Hello, what's up you guys, it's JackmanHD here, and this is the 6th episode in the season of bringing Ajax FC to new heights. Now I finally turned things around in this episode with bringing up a couple of wins, which is a very good start to the new campaign for Ajax, and also I would like to think of it as the second half of the season because my previous games weren't the best. I had a 1-1-3 rating, I believe, and in this episode alone, I make my wins and loss ratio even, which is a very good thing. Now, I do get a scouting report. I sent out 2 scouts, one scout to Canada looking for a nice goalkeeper, a new young prospect, and the other scout to Italy to look for a center attacking mid or a striker, maybe the next Di Natale or Amicali or someone along those lines. Now, the reason I sent goalkeeper scouts over to Canada is because I'm a goalkeeper in Canada, and hopefully they can scout me so I could play in this game as well as I could play in both ways. Anyways, so I do try talking to the press, even though it doesn't make a difference in the game. You know, still try to motivate my team. And here I move my 2 center mids back a little bit to try to prevent the counterattacks, which I was realizing happening a couple of times in my custom formation that I use in Seasons mode. Now, starting this game, I didn't really have high expectations because I was coming out on I believe a 2-loss streak. But right off the bat, I score a quick goal with Babel, who turns out to be a very good player for me in the next couple of matches. Even in the next couple episodes, he does really pick it up. Now here, a lot of pressure. I've been holding a lot of pressure, and I make the nicest save of the game. Here in Canada, there's something called the TSN turning point, and that was probably the TSN turning point of that game. Now, right here is the end of the half. I'm still up 1-0 against the VVV, and I'm not feeling too good, or not VVV, my bad. Anyways, I'm not feeling too good, but I am feeling better than how I have felt in my previous games. Now here on the ball is Marcio Azevedo, who becomes a striker in this play and puts it right into the bottom left corner. Now, I felt very surprised when I scored that goal because I thought it was Wallison on the ball, because I did pull off a 5-star skill move, and then I realized after I scored the goal, obviously, that it was Marcio. Now, the commentator in this, after that goal was scored, was telling us, or telling the viewers and myself, I guess we could say, about how he scored a striker's goal, and I can totally agree with that. Now here he comes out with a header, a wonderful save from my goalkeeper, and I turned it around on the counterattack. I put Babel on another run, who gets the ball and is running until right before the penalty spot where he drills it into the top left corner of the goal. Now just celebrating, I don't know what to do, so I just do the same celebration as before. And that goal came just after my goal with Marcio Azevedo. And now I try to make a substitution, try to keep the legs fresh so I don't go down a couple of more goals. And I realize that my center mid has a groin injury. So I bring on De Jong, and I also decide to take off Sana and bring on Lukoki. Lukoki's my 19-year-old with a 93 pace, and I believe he's going to be a very good player for me, unless I decide to transfer him over to another club, and he would go for a lot of money, which is good for me. Now, since the transfer window's over, I'm looking for a good center back now. I was looking at my squad report the other day, and I did realize that they were doing really good. Now, right after I make those substitutions, I turn over the ball in the middle of the midfield, and it was a terrible turnover, excuse me, and I paid the price for it. And this is just the beginning of the fiasco of the 90th minute. It's not even the beginning of the story. All the 90th minute goals is unreal. So here he goes just offside, and here I have another kick from my goalkeeper, not necessarily a goal kick, where I turn it over again. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but luckily for some reason the player turns it over wide. Now I play it short again and turn it over once more. This won't end up in a goal, but a corner instead. Now this corner, I expected him to whip it in, but instead he played it short but long. And then here I just don't know what happened. Maybe it was scripting, maybe I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But he does score, and in addition to what I said about the scripting, I mean, that is a pretty bad goal, but I do make it back right here with my young star Lukoki. Now Lukoki pulls off an excellent move to get around the center back and the left back at the same time, and he scores almost the exact same way as I did with Marcio Azevedo, but on the opposite side. Now it's the 90th minute. It's 4-2. I mean, nothing else could happen in the 90th minute, right? And nothing else did happen. That was the game. And I go over after the game and get an email from my agent about international opportunities. Now, I'm not gonna get an offer to an international club yet, but I will possibly in the future. So here I'm on to my second game. It's 0-0, and I do get a nice breakaway with my young star again. Sana. Now Sana does do the same move as Lukoki. Sorry, I'm losing my words. In the first game, and he does put it away almost the exact same. Now Sana is also a very good young star of mine. He's Swedish and he's pacey and just good as well. Now I do make a little bit of a mess up of a shot there, but I do go into team management and I decide to freshen things up. Wallison looked tired, so I did take him off and then put on my center attacking mid. And I also put Lukoki back on. Hopefully he'd put another goal in at the end of the game like he did last game. Just waiting for my subs to actually come on. He does get a yellow card, but it doesn't really matter because it is nearing the end of the game. It's around the 86th minute. It's a 1-0 game. This is a cup match as well. Sorry, it is a Eredivisie match, and as you can see, his sponsor is something mushrooms. I don't know if that has to do with the drug tolerance in Netherlands, or it's actually a mushroom brand. So here is just near the end of the game now, 90th minute, and he just misses, and that signals the end of the match. Luckily, he didn't put that away, or I would have tied, obviously. Now, my center back wins man of the match, and that's the end of the second game that I had. I'm on a 2-game win streak, and I'm feeling pretty good. I hope nothing goes wrong, but nothing does go wrong, as a matter of fact. I was playing very good, and now we're just advancing to our next league match against, I believe it's VVV. I don't know, I can't even tell by the badge. But this was a very good little run that I had going on. I try my best to keep it going, and then the rest of the next couple games that I have, I don't even know what I'm saying either. So I'm up against my next game. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. This is Jackma HD, and thanks for watching. See ya.